Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday, April 20th. You know the drill at this point, so let's just get right into it. The winner to last Friday's poll of the day, scrambled eggs won pretty handily over Sunny Side Up. Today's poll of the day question, Dunkin' or Starbucks? Send a message to remind or email to submit your answer. For your student learning goal, I can identify evidence of a lie spoken by a character in Chapter 29 of The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein. Remember to go back and pause the video at any time if you need to copy down any notes that I display on the screen. We're moving right along. Here are the students' responses which I believe best corrected the statements for chapters 26 through 28. Stay tuned to the end of this video for the actuallys for chapters 29, 30, and 31 which we read today. Now, it's time to read today's 3 chapters following the devastating news that Denny received in chapter 28 of Eve's passing. We pick up today at chapter 29. We will be reading chapters 29, 30, and 31 today, beginning at page 166 and ending at page 186. In a few moments, pause the video. You may resume only when you have finished reading all the way through chapter 31. If you would like to use the audiobook guides, remember to find them in the content library of your OneNote alongside this video. You may pause now. Welcome back to the video. Oh, so terrible. On the same day that Denny is reeling with grief for the loss of his wife, Eve, now he's slapped in the face with a lawsuit for the custody of his daughter. Making things even more painful, it's his beloved wife's family that's doing this to him. Look, up until this point, we haven't really liked Maxwell and Trish, but we haven't had reason to hate them yet. They were obviously plotting to take custody of Zoe long before this moment, as we had a preview of this back in chapter 21 with Zoe's words while she was playing in the backyard with Enzo. At one point she was pretending her doll was Eve, laying it to rest and saying, "Now she can go to heaven, and I'll live with Grandma and Grandpa." Page 112. So they plan to take Zoe into their care. This isn't evil. A grandparent wanting what is best for their granddaughter? This is normal. They truly do believe that they can provide better than Denny can. I don't blame them for wanting what's best for Zoe. So again, we didn't like Maxwell and Trish before, but we couldn't hate them. After today's reading though, for what they pulled on Denny, they were prepared for this. Do you see how sick that was? They were prepared to sue Denny for custody of his daughter before their daughter was even gone. On the same day that Eve was dead, they already had the lawsuit papers drawn up. This could not have been done today. And then on top of everything else, they lie to Denny. They tell him Eve wanted this. She told us that she wanted us to take custody of Zoe. How do I know it's a lie? Well, we've already seen evidence of what Eve wanted for Zoe after she passed. That is your discussion question for the day. How do we know this is a lie? Where have we seen evidence in the text that contradicts what Trish is claiming here? Find that evidence and message it to me through Remind or an email for today's discussion question. If you need help finding that evidence, rewatch my video from Friday, April 17th. So, Denny is forced to get himself a lawyer in order to make sure that he keeps custody of his own daughter, only a day after his wife's death. The lawyer's name? Mark Fine. Which I can't help but notice sounds an awful lot like Garth Stein, you know, the author of the novel. This might be one of those examples of an author kind of inserting themselves into their own story. After this brief meeting with Mark Fine, going forward things look pretty good for Denny. But remember those 3 questions that Mark Fine asks Denny during this first meeting. He asks, are you in a drug treatment program? Are you a registered sex offender? And have you ever been convicted of a felony? So long as the answer to these 3 questions is no, Denny should have no concerns with keeping custody of his daughter. Here are today's incorrect actually statements for chapters 29, 30, and 31. Pause the video now to read these incorrect statements and make sure to correct them in your OneNote. I will be checking them tonight and tomorrow. Make sure you're checking your emails every day for new messages and updates from me. You can sign up for the Clash Remind to do so as well. We have a quiz this Friday, so make sure that you are all caught up on all your vocabulary notes, all of your actually corrections, and on all reading by that time. Make sure to be on the lookout for new videos from me every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's all until Wednesday's video, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you remember to copy down your student learning goal. Make sure that you answered the discussion question in an email or a remind message to me. And finish correcting your actuallys for chapter 29, 30, and 31. Until Wednesday then, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, make good decisions, and have a good day.